All right. All right. So, hold on. Give me a second. Uh, okay. I am going to be pitching the latest and greatest. Hold on. I gotta start playing The Binding of Isaac. Um, actually, should I, should I try to finish? Should I try to finish this one, file one, or start anew on file three? Um, I'm just gonna start over. I'll start over. No, no, I'm not playing on fucking normal mode. Get the fuck out. Um, of course I'm playing on hard. Okay, so actually I'm gonna make the first uh question. So, how would everyone feel about a recurring series on this second channel? I already have an idea of I already have an idea. I'm thinking there's like shit, I can't see chat anymore. Um I'm thinking there's the orange guy. There's like there's like a I posted a couple recently on this channel. There's that guy with the two legs. I'm thinking, what if there was like a whole series called Fruit Fellows, and it's about those guys, you know. I already made another Fruit Fellow. Um, you can't see them yet though. You can't see them yet though. Not until I get a little more, a couple more of them, and a better idea of what I want to do. Because I like the idea of like a recurring series with a singular story that I can kind of like expand on, you know. So number one on the agenda would be making more of the characters, but second on the agenda for that would be what what do I what is it about? What is the story here? And that's what I want everyone's input on. Because at the moment I kind of don't know. I just kind of want like at the moment to me it's just like a bunch of fellas and they're just kind of there. But I feel like there's potential for, something a little more meaningful. Uh yeah. Yeah. So, I think I had I had a couple ideas like what if they only spoke in whispers? Like that was all the dialogue was in whispering. Um, and in order to lighten the load, to make it like not insanely difficult to make, you know, because I want to focus more on the story, not necessarily the everything else about it, because that's what everything else is for. I think I could have like a more economical style, maybe, kind of, but like, so I can focus more on what they're doing. You know what I mean? Kind, yeah, kind of like Annoying Orange. I won't lie. But yeah, I wanna I'm pitching this project to the CEO of the company, the CEO of Hydraulic Beanbag, and that's you. You're the CEO. And I want to know if like, is this the next big thing? Are you in? Um, to be honest though, I don't actually care if everyone says they hate it because I kind of want to make it anyway, but like um kind of like as a manifestation of my id in a way. I kind of just want to like shit all over the floor. You know what I mean? Like not literally, but metaphorically. I feel like everyone needs something like that, where like you just get to like shit all over the floor metaphorically, um, just to like let out all of the feelings that you're not allowed to feel. Like So it would be like highly, highly citrus, um, high vitamin C content, and also high all of the vitamin Bs. Why is there only one vitamin A, C, D, and E, but there's like 12 vitamin Bs? Like, did they like name A through E, and then they're like, oh shit, we keep finding more, but vitamin F sounds stupid, so we're gonna make B12. Like, who came up with that? Ridiculous. Um, I'm actually bawling right now. Never mind. Never mind. Okay. I swear I'm really good at the Binding of Isaac. You gotta trust me. Um, what was I talking about? Something about vitamins? I I don't know. Let's see. Let's see. I feel like I had other questions. Um, okay. Uh, yeah, so the orange, he already exists. We already have him. And I don't think he should be the main character because, that might be a little too reminiscent of Annoying Orange. I think I think there can be someone else. Perhaps a non-citrus. I didn't know that these bedrooms spawned before, like even in new files. I didn't realize that. Um, yeah. So like, what is your favorite fruit? I like the idea of a plum. Maybe, hmm, maybe something strange like a blackcurrant. That's not how you say it. Um, hmm, a permissive. No, it's not called a permissive, is it? Persimmon. Yeah, it could be a persimmon, maybe. You know, has anyone else had that one fruit that's like it's orange on the outside and it's spiky. It's about the size of a pear and it kind of tastes like Sour Patch Kids. I don't know what it's called. I knew what it was called at some point, but I forgot. Um, he could be one of those. No, not a durian. It's green on the inside, and it's orange like an orange on the outside, and it has spikes like a pineapple, but it's small. And it's like a I don't know. It's the kind of shit you find in the exotic food section, um, and I really like it. Um, yeah, I kind of want to go out of the box with who the main character is, because like we've all seen the apple main character. We've all seen the orange, the banana. You know, like what else is out there? Um, something a little silly, something a little goofy. Or maybe something a little more pensive. What is the most pensive fruit? Um, I don't know. Probably lemons, but I feel like there's a better answer, more interesting answer. Jackfruit. Let me let me look. Kumquat is really funny, objectively. What is a jackfruit? Huh. I've never seen that. Interesting. Um, hmm. You can't just look up, oh, different kinds of fruit on Google. Like I tried that, obviously. It doesn't give you very interesting results. But um, so that's why I'm asking questions here. That's why there's a Q&A for you. 'Cause I'm the one that needs to know what's going on. Did I just take so long in that room? It did the anti-soft light, whatever. Um, yeah, 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 yeah. Maybe it could be a smaller, like grapes, where you don't really think of grape as like an individual fruit. It's like a bunch of small ones, but like when you think of grapes, it's like the whole bunch. You wouldn't have a character who's just one grape, would you? I mean, I would, but I don't know. I don't know how to feel about that. Like, can a single blueberry stand on its own? Maybe, because it doesn't have like the stem, but it does have a stem. Like the branches. We just don't typically look at them that way. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about that. Um, so maybe we could touch on some philosophical tones um, as the theme. What is the theme? Like why do they exist? You know, is it because they have to? Or are they okay with, existing? Is that their choice? Like, I don't know. Do they have anything to think about as fruit people? I don't know. Are there vegetables? Maybe. I don't know. Um, Olives are fruit? I don't believe you, but I do believe you actually. Because I don't know why you would lie about that. I get, hmm, I don't know. I do like the idea of an olive. What about I don't know. I feel like an avocado is hard to look at from like a contrast point of view, but maybe if it was like cut in half. Huh. Avocados are fruit, right? Like I can't imagine that they wouldn't be, but like they totally are because they have a pit in the middle, right? And that's like a fruit thing. Uh, what if it's a fruit fly and all of his friends are fruit and they're like, this guy, he's gonna fucking kill us, but he's not. He's a great guy, but he has urges. Um, they don't all have to be fruit. Actually, strawberry, I already made. I only have two characters so far. One of them is a strawberry, so I already have that. You're in luck, but I don't think that they'll be the main character. Um, they kind of give a supporting character vibe. Uh, hmm, hmm. I hate this room so much. This is my least favorite room in the entirety of the game. Huh. Okay. What what would be like the antithesis of a fruit? Because I don't think it's a vegetable, even though like you know that's typically the phrasing. It's fruits and vegetables, but that doesn't mean that they're like opposites, does it? Because like, what if I feel like the opposite of fruit is meat, but I don't, but is it? That also doesn't seem right because is the opposite of vegetables also meat? Because like that, because if they're both opposites, then that would mean fruits and vegetables are the same thing, but they're not. And what intrinsic value, what intrinsic quality of fruits are we even necessarily thinking about when we're thinking about opposites? Like, is it like, are we even thinking about food at all? Because, like, if you think about a fruit outside of the idea that it's like um, food, it's like, it's a seed with like nutrients around it. It's like an egg almost. What's the opposite of an egg? A fully grown like human, not, or not human, but living thing, and it's surrounded by nutrients. So the opposite of a fruit would be a fully matured animal of sorts, surrounded by whatever the opposite of nutrition is. So like an eternally starved individual. I'm not sure. Um, hmm, hmm. I think there's definitely hijinks to be had. Like anything could happen, really. I think I'm thinking like it's like a small scale. Like the problems that these little fruit guys incur are like small scale. Like one of them like tripped and fell, like not like it's not serious, but like it is to them. You know what I mean? That's the kind of the vibe that I'm feeling. You know the scene in Smiling Friends where the little baby Jason, um, while he's breastfeeding on his father, he bites him and then he gets reprimanded. That's the kind of vibe I'm thinking. Um, you know what? Um, let me ask a better question in the Q&A. What is the opposite of fruit? Hmm. That's actually so true. The opposite of fruit is no fruit. Why didn't I think of that? I think the problem with the question is that it implies there's some kind of diametrically opposed thing that's different in every way that at the same time isn't different in that same way from something else. Like the reason that meat isn't the opposite of fruit is because it would also be the opposite of vegetables. But fruit and vegetables aren't the same thing because they're different for the same reasons, which means it's not an opposite because they're not diametrically opposed. So, yeah, I mean, evil fruit, that's the answer. You know, what is evil fruit? Is it like a nutritious or something? Is there, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how to explain that concept. The moon. Hmm. The sun. I don't think fruit is evil. Well, I think fruit might be deceptive, but I don't think it's evil. Like it's deceptive in the sense that like it's not like it wants you to eat it so that it can like spread itself. But it's not like it's hurting you in the process. Maybe it's like I think the worst it does is like give you cavities maybe. I mean the only like Neolithic skulls that we find with cavities in them are ones that were from like places that had lots of fruit. So I guess there is an inherent evilness to fruit in a sense, but I don't think that like it has to be that way, you know? It's like the type of evil that you can fix by just brushing your teeth. It's like a toddler trying to punch you, you know? Like yeah, they're trying to hurt you, but they're not like they're not capable enough to actually hurt you, and you shouldn't be mad about it if they try. I think fruit I think that sort of goes with the vibe I'm trying to go for with Fruit Fellows. I think they're going to be kind of like toddlers, but with serious big issues in the big city. Um I would sometimes I put a lot of work into like an environment, but then it ends up like barely even being visible. Um you know, and it's like, does anyone actually care if it all just takes place in a void? I think that most people are okay with that, especially for like something that it matters more what they say, not what it looks like. Although that's up to the discretion of feedback. That's why I'm Q and asking, Q and answering questions and answers. You know what I mean? I'm honestly not really an environment maker kind of guy. I kind of don't like that's not the thing that I do. I'm more of a character guy and an animation guy, like the character animation. That's kind of my dealio. So if at all possible, I'd like to minimize the time I spend on it because it's not like something I even necessarily want to get better at, but it definitely helps to have it like fill out the world. So maybe there could be like recurring places or something that like are good because I can make something good, but like because it would be a series. Ooh, I didn't realize you could get. Oh, I guess you can't do that yet. Um, yeah, I didn't realize you could get Angel from that. What was I talking about? Something about another question? Yeah, I'll ask another question. Um, wait, does it actually show? No. Okay. Um, let's get a better let's get a better question. Oh yeah, the environment's in the one with the squirrel. Yeah, that was for a class, so I kind of had to. And I had way longer to make it, so um, yeah, yeah, okay. Let me think of a better question, a more questioning, a more questionable question. Uh, so back on the topic of fruit, uh, like like how old is an how old is an average aged fruit? Like like what, how old? Like if you were born and you were an orange and you reached maturity, like how old would you be, do you think? And does it matter? I don't know. More to just because like when I made the orange, it was pure instinct. I didn't have anything in mind. I just kind of like made a face on an orange, but I think I was going for like disappointed, um, like jaded, like their children don't call them, and they kind of just they kind of just exist. They don't have real motives, and they're not looking for motives either. I think that kind of sums up the motives. They don't have them, you know. Like what they're not thinking about that. They don't have the brain capacity to. They just have vitamin C, vitamin B12, and a little bit of fiber, you know. But that's about it. What do you even what's the happenings there? And I feel like that's kind of us, you know. If you're if you're talking about meaning, meaning is just a word. Like what do you do all day? You know, it doesn't matter, but like why? Why doesn't it matter? You know, you equally can't explain why it does as why it doesn't, in my opinion. And I think that's kind of the world that these little fruit characters are gonna live in. It'll be the same as ours, but just for it's like the same, but for different reasons. You know, you know. Ooh. Hmm. I haven't played this game in a hot minute. I played it for 600 hours and then I just completely stopped because I finished it, you know? Makes you think, man. Actually it doesn't make me think, but ooh, I think the search for purpose is the purpose. No, don't kill him. Oh man. Damn. They just keep fucking exploding. What's going on? Well, okay. Just because something decays faster and goes through its life cycle faster doesn't necessarily make it a lower life form, It's just kind of like progenic, you know. It's just that it's not that it's lower. It's just that it's it has a low okay, something that lives for less time usually has a lower chance of survival, like ants, Something you can just step on. Um which I guess fits with fruit. It's not it's not that they can't live long and fulfilling lives. It's just that they typically don't. So, because they get eaten. That's just what happens. Um, but yeah, they're definitely weaker. Like they are if fruit is prey, then what is a predator in the relation there? I mean, it's all made of the same things, but the way that it is the way that it's expressed is different. Yeah, I wonder how fruit would feel about, its place in society. Like nobody has empathy for fruit. It's just kind of, you know. So if they came to life, I don't know, they'd probably be pretty upset about it. Hmm. Yeah, I guess. Well, the sun is a prey in a sense, but it's also it's it's not dying or disappearing when its energy is used. It's just kind of it's like when mites eat your dead skin flakes. It's not like the sun doesn't care whether its sunbeams are being used for anything, you know? Wait, there was something smart that someone said, I forgot. Oh yeah, tomatoes. Do they agree with their fruit slash vegetable determination? I think that they would, but I don't think that the others would. Like, it's like they're technically fruit, but and they like that they're in the club, but the others kind of don't like that they have to be there, via technicality. But they earn their spot there, you know. Like, well, apples and oranges are royalty. They're like the baron, or wait, yeah, they're the baron, or maybe even the baronet. Whereas like fruits and oranges are marquis or an earl, you know. Yeah. I think that fruit society would be heavily like hierarchical, you know. I think that they would do things like that and highly corrupt. I swear if I lose this, I'm gonna be so mad. Not really, but it will be rather uninspired. Okay, I have to schlock in here. Uh, oh wait, that's right. I have a million things to talk about actually. I have a lot of ideas just kind of like backed up. I come up with them so fast I don't even have one. Um, oh wait, what's the right? I had like a zillion ideas. Okay, first idea. First idea. These are just completely different regular videos. Therapy in like 2060 or 2055 or whatever. So there's a guy, and then there's another guy. He's on his phone. He's watching Instagram Reels, right? And he's like, he's the therapist though, and he's like, okay, let me skip this shit. Wait, I didn't unlock any of the goddamn. Oh wait, no, I didn't even win. Yeah. Okay. Pre-predictive therapy, that would be funny, but um the therapist is going to be like in a hoodie where like the strings are stretched so you can only see his nose and mouth, and he has like big poofy Gen Z hair kind of like poofing out. And then like after maybe a solid 11 seconds of scrolling Instagram Reels, the patient, they're getting a little impatient, and they say something like, "Oh, how do I manage my anxiety?" And then the therapist is like, "For real, you just gotta lock in," type shit. Uh, and then they go back to scrolling, and then after that, um, there's more scrolling, and then the patient asks another question. It doesn't really matter what it is, and then the therapist says something, just a garble of slang. It doesn't really matter. And then the patient kind of like phases in and out of like in a place, between the therapy room and a padded cell, and then they wake up in the padded cell. They're like, oh, and then there's someone next to them, and they're like, oh man, I had that dream again where I could afford therapy, and then it cuts again to a wide shot, um, like behind like two-way glass or something, and it turns out the person they were talking to isn't even there. Um, I don't know. The idea is still a little half-baked, but you know, yeah. Okay, and then there was another one. It was like the truth behind CPUs. Only like 5 people on the entire planet know how to make them from scratch, and we just like carve little sigils on them, and then it turns into computation power. Like, I don't buy it, you know? Um, so it's like there's gonna be a guy explaining what I just said, and then it zooms into the CPU processor or whatever. Um, and inside of it, we see little demons getting electrocuted they're like strapped up to some machine or something, um, with some hardcore EDM playing, and then it zooms back out to Legendary Gamer, and he's looking at pregnant Roblox or something. I don't know, something like that. And that's how that ends. I feel like all of these ideas sound really like not funny when when I just explain them, but then when I actually make them, they're great. I don't know. Because like you can't see exactly what's going on in my head, but if you could, it'd be excellent. You everyone would agree with everything that I said. If never mind. Nah, I don't want to go down that road. Um, okay, I feel like there was a third one that I came up with today. Um, oh right, there'd be like the corporate like Kroger ad art style with like the little circle people. Um, you'd recognize it if you saw it. There'd be them, and it would be like a corporate advertisement. Um, like the copyright free music, the ring ding ding ding. Do you need business solutions for business.com? Community management, whatever the fuck, some bullshit. And then the character, they'd wake up, you know, and I don't know how it would actually like transition to um whatever whatever it would, but it would, the little Kroger ad blob, Canva avatar, uh, what's it called? Corporate Memphis or something character. They'd wake up. They'd be exposed to other art styles, and it would destroy them, and they would be reborn. I think that's all I had for new video ideas. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Because, like, you have to commit to one and then actually do it. I throw away, like, a lot of ideas. Um, I just end up not making, like, more than half of them. Uh, and sometimes it's because it would be too hard. And sometimes it's because it's, like, it's not good enough to merit being difficult. And sometimes I end up making the ones that, like, are too hard to merit or aren't good enough to merit being difficult, and I end up regretting it. Um, they're not horrible. They just like they take a lot of time for no like return. Like any ideas from the past that I couldn't do back then and I could do now. To be honest, I come up with more ideas now than I used to, so there's not really actually a whole lot from back then. But uh, yeah, I don't really think there's that many. And also, it's less about whether or not I can, and more so about like whether or not I should. Because sometimes like an idea, it sounds cool the first time you think of it in your head, but then after that, when you start to like voice act it, you're like, oh my God, this is horrible. And it doesn't sound right. Um, I had this one. Uh, I thought of it like November or something. It was like Carl Weezer in Vietnam, and I voice acted the whole thing. I wonder if I can probably play the voice acting right now, actually. Where is it? I don't name my folders very well, so I'm not actually sure. Uh, oh my God, I have so many voice lines in this folder. Um, from like shit that I didn't have the nerve to do. Oh, here it is. Here it is. I don't actually know if you'll be able to hear this. I think those civilians were unarmed.
No, Carl. We're just in a bot lobby.
I don't. Um, so like the idea was that
Oh
Sheen would fall into a
no.
Viet Cong like wooden spike trap or something. Yeah, I don't know. I just I really just wanted an excuse to do a Carl impression, and a Sheen one, because like I don't know. I was starting to I was liking the idea of it, but I didn't really know how to like frame the excuse. I don't know. I could do it at some point, but I don't I don't know. And the ending wasn't very good. I didn't even play it. It just like I just couldn't get it right. It just wasn't right. Jeremy's mom. I don't know. I just there was like there was a solid week where I just only like my entire internal monologue was Carl Weezer. And I just talked like this all the time. Um, and it was pretty funny, like the first time, but then it got like really fucking annoying. And also the Sheen voice, that took me like a mazillion takes to get right because it's harder than you think. It's harder than you think. Um, yeah. Huh. I mean, like I could totally just completely reframe the plot structure of it. It could be not about Vietnam. It could be about anything else, really. It could be about Jimmy's mom. I don't know, like what it could be anything. What was the other one that I didn't do? Oh yeah, this is one of like two people that are like they're like very British. And they're like in little boxes. Uh and they like one of them has their name painted on their box. Their name is Boris, but the box says Borib because it's like a typo, like it's scratched off or something. And his wife keeps calling him Borib, and he's not having it. And they get into an argument over what his name is, but then he turns it around. He's like, "You don't even know your own name," and then she's like, "You put it in your spot," and um, and then he's like, "Well, go find the document that has my name on it, or whatever, you know, whatever the fuck." Um, and then he pretends to be dead, and then she like cries for help, and then she says his name correctly, and then he wakes up. He's like, "Oh, I got you to say it right," you know what I mean? And it's like I have the voice acting, but I just don't like it, you know? I don't I don't fuck with it, you know? It like they're like they have to be British. It doesn't make sense if they're not. But I can't do that good of a British accent. Like I won't lie. And like the emotion just wasn't there. And you know, one problem I have is that a lot of my characters sound exactly the same because it's just my voice. Um, and then the question becomes, oh, well, why don't you just get a voice actor? And it's like, you know, I could, but then I'd have to like wait for them to. I'd have to. Well, one, I'd have to find someone. Then I have to wait for them to finish, and sometimes that doesn't work with like my process. You know, sometimes I just got to do it right away so that I can do it now. You know what I mean? Wait, what was your first chat message? Hold on. Let me pause for a millisecond. Stanley. Oh, the ego death, mental breakdowns, and dreams and nightmares. Yeah, you know, I have dreams like that a lot. Honestly, not that much anymore. Oh wait, no, I totally do still have them. And I do remember them. I just don't think about them, you know? Sometimes I write them down, but uh yeah, I usually just remember them. Uh yeah. What was I swear I had a dream last night. I don't remember though. I don't remember what it was. Maybe I didn't actually. There's a chance I totally didn't. And I'm lying right now. What was my most recent dream that I remember though? I think okay, well, this isn't recent, but I remember my last lucid dream was like quite a while ago. I'm really bad at having them, even though I'd like to have them. I spawned in, right? I was in a hollow concrete cube full of water. I wasn't drowning though. I could breathe, and I was lucid. I was lucid dreaming. Um, and my first instinct was like, I gotta get out of here because this is not because I was scared, but because like this is boring as shit. And so what I did was I clipped out like in a video game. So I went up to a corner and I just kind of like, and I just clipped out. The unfortunate part was, as soon as I got out, it wasn't a lucid dream anymore. Like the second I wasn't in the concrete cube, it wasn't a lucid dream anymore, which was super lame. I was just like at school, you know, and I went into my dorm, and as I was walking up the stairs, there was someone staring through the window, and they scared the shit out of me. And then when I got to my dorm, I was like, "There's someone in here." I didn't see them, but I knew that there was someone in the bathroom, and it was dark. Um, and then I find them, and it's like this person, and she's like trying to steal my toothbrush. Like of all the things you could steal, or no, not even my toothpaste. You know, and she had like a really strong grip, and she wasn't speaking at all, and she was just giggling like a toddler. Uh, and then I woke up. Oh yeah, there was this other one where like every single electronic thing where you could have an account or whatever was hacked or something. And like everything turned into like spam, crypto, whatever. And that included everything that I have. And it was awful. It was a dictatorship formed from I don't know, crypto spam hackers or something. And I was fucked up about it. And I talked to this random lady, and I told her like, is there anything I can do? Like, is there, I was ready to do something crazy. Is there any big red button type of like crazy action I can do? And she said, kill yourself. And I was like, I don't want to kill myself. And then she made me explain why I don't want to. And I had this like super Jerry Maguire, like really cool guy speech about it, but I don't remember anything about the speech. But it was really cool. I was like super epic when I was doing it. I don't remember what I said though. It was probably actually super lame in hindsight, but it sounded cool at the time. I don't remember what happened next. I think I started like looking for like puzzle pieces on the floor because that had something to do with fixing the problem. I don't know. Of course, just release a powerful electromagnetic force. That's how you deal with ants. You know what's super lame? I've had two dreams at this point where they weren't lucid, but I did have like complete mastery over reality. Like I could literally do anything. And I ended up doing the lamest shit with them. Like I didn't even do anything cool. Um, like I was literally God, but I just like made a sword and I didn't even like hold it. And like I would like I chased a car or something. It was so lame. I didn't Oh no, wait, there was this one thing where there were these two annoying guys talking to me and I just like made I made like the chairs they were sitting on fly into space or something. That was really funny, but I didn't do anything interesting with godlike power. And that makes me wonder like what would I do in real life with godlike power? Would I do anything with it? I think like maybe. Um but like there's a certain point where it's like what would you even do? You know, I have that problem a lot in lucid dreams, any kind of lucid dream. Mine are always super short because I realize I'm in a lucid dream and then I'm immediately just back in a normal dream. So I end up like, oh hey, I have godlike power now, and it's like, oh, but I'm not gonna do anything. There was this one time, it was actually my first lucid dream. where I was in a pool with the YouTuber Smallant, and he was being interviewed by just someone, and he was melting, and I was just like flaying pieces of his goopy skin off. And that was it. Like I didn't do anything fun. It was so bizarre. And it was only like 15 seconds too. Ooh, Black Lotus. Hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like at the same time, I'm like, oh, I don't get to do anything fun. I don't get lucid dreams. But it's like it's not like I'm trying super hard to have them anyway. I could be trying harder. But it's just like it's nighttime and it's just like I'm fucking sleepy. Like I just want to go to bed. I don't actually like care that much about doing. Like in the moment, even though like, during the day I'm like, oh, I want to have a super cool dream where I can do anything, but then it's like I'm in I'm just in bed and I'm like, I'm fucking eepy, dude. I just want to go to bed. I just want to sleep like normal because, you know. Yeah, yeah. I have a lot of dreams about getting completely like lost, but in familiar places. Like it's my neighborhood, but I'm lost somehow, even though I would never get lost in my neighborhood. I know exactly how to find my place, even if I am lost, but it expands and it just it's always like nighttime or something, and it just like the place gets larger. Oh yeah, there's also like um a common trend of like just bits of my body falling off, but not with blood. And it doesn't hurt. It's just like my fingers fall off like fingernails, not like it's not like they're getting chopped off. They're just glorping off like goop. Um and then they grow back slowly like as I go through the dream. Like they slowly come back like slightly smaller and then eventually they're back to the full finger, which is interesting. Sometimes it happens with my toes. Um like they're just gone and then they're back. And I like does that mean something? Probably not, but I don't know. I also sometimes have like multiple dreams that take place in the same like imaginary place that like is not a real place. It's not even a fictional place, but I have the same dream or it's different dreams but in the same place. Oh, there was this one that was just horrible. Um like every like 30 seconds or so, I would just like everything. So maybe I think I have to tell this story backwards. Um like I so at the end of the dream, it turned out that like I don't even have a Tumblr account, but I needed to turn a certain setting off on my Tumblr account or whatever in the dream. And what this setting was doing was like turning everything into creepypasta mode, where like every 30 seconds, everything would like turn black and red and like pixelated and like glitchy. And there was just this entity following me and like screaming and wailing. And I just remember being so terrified. Um, and then just like being so fucking tomfooled, so flim-flammed as soon as I realized I could just turn the setting off. It was quite bizarre. I remember like hiding in a hotel room. It was my hotel room, but like it was also it looked physically like my dorm room. Um, and everything was like really red. And it was like the middle of the night, and I just heard wails from outside the room and like banging on the door. Um, and then I don't know, the entity he just came in. I don't usually have like entities in the dreams, but that one time I did really fucked me up. Uh, I usually don't. I'm usually not fucked up about it as soon as I wake up, though. Especially if it's like the morning and it's bright outside. It's whatever. I usually wake up from nightmares in the middle of the night, though. So it's usually still a little freaky. I don't know. Sometimes I hesitate to actually go back to sleep at all, just because I just don't want to. I don't want to dream, you know, so soon after having a bad one. Uh, but that doesn't happen too often. Hmm. Yeah, honestly, most of the time though, like the problem, most dreams are stressful. Um, I think for most people, most dreams are stressful. For me especially, like they're not scary. They're just like about some shit being like obnoxious, or like worrying, but it's not scary. Um, but it's always like kind of anxious. Like I'm late for school, I'm naked at school. Whenever I'm naked in a dream though, it's always like nobody cares. Like it never no one ever cares if I'm naked when I'm in a dream. But I'm worried about it. I'm like, "Oh." And it's always at the same time. It's never just, "Oh, I'm naked." It's like I'm naked and I physically can't control my body. Like I'm flying around. Um like fliggledy-goo and my bones are jelly. Um, it's almost like my body is moving in an imaginary direction. Um, like it's moving the way that my brain is thinking and not the way that I'm actually trying to move. And that's an issue. Sometimes there's also ones where like I don't go blind, but my eyelids are like glued together and I can only open them for like a quarter of a second every like 10 seconds. Um, and like something super interesting could be happening in the dream, but I literally can't see. It's always super annoying. I'm never like super worried about it in the dream either. It's just like, oh, guess my eyelids are glued together. Is there a reason that, oh wait, don't you need to like beat mom 5 times or something? I don't know. I haven't played this game in a hot minute, but I haven't lost yet. Um, yeah, I need a new question. I need a new question. Uh, damn, I'm issuing my skill over here, man. Uh, ooh, I like this. It's objectively terrible, but I think it's funny. Uh, the thing about the learn more is it's exactly like it sounds. Learn more. That's all it means. You know. Ay, I'm about to lose, man. My hubris. Pilot Red Sun. Yeah, I think I know who that is. I don't really have any thoughts. I like his music. Like there's one called Clone War Complete. It's like it's not. Sometimes it gets stuck in my head. It's the one that goes brum, 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 wop, wop. You know what I mean? And I like the one. I don't actually know what it's called. I just have it in a playlist. There's like a I don't know. I think it's called. Uh, no, I don't remember. Whenever I like do anything, I like there's like anything good. or like I make progress in something, there's a very specific like rhythm that plays in my head. It's only like it only lasts like 5 seconds, but it repeats for like a minute or two. And it's like an amen break. And I kind of like it, but I hate it at the same time. And like I can't just not hear the amen break. Sometimes I physically amen break. It's kind of just it's the normal one. Like you probably know exactly what it sounds like. Uh, I don't know. I don't know when that started. Ooh, a crawl space. Ooh, you know what they say? Always eat pills. Uh, fuck it. Fuck it. You know. Ooh, I like this one. I like pink eye. Um, ooh, all that. Uh, I'll take this one. Yeah, you could say I'm a little bit of an Isaac professional Isaac player. I have like 6 bajillion hours in this game. I don't, and I beat it one time, like all dead god and everything. Um, but like I'm not, I just, like I don't actually know anything about. Like honestly, I had to look up everything. I didn't know how to do the get all of like the little endings and whatever. I just like the little funny guy. I just like playing his little funny round fella. He's round and he's interesting. Oh wait, I need to disable the mods. Shit, I didn't know that. Okay, wait. Then after, okay, so you need to beat. Okay, that's good. Actually, I'm just I'm just gonna I'm just gonna play on I'm just gonna play on this file. Um, I don't. I'd rather just I'd ra yeah, I'd rather just not deal with that. Let's do a challenge. Uh, the Family Man. I like this one. Oh. Yeah, you could say I'm a professional gamer. Yeah, I feel like maybe there was something else. Is there anything else? I don't know. Perhaps. Perhaps the something else was the friends we made along the way. I feel like I could totally smash at competitive dandruff, okay? Like, I would be so good at that shit. I feel like when I use shampoo, there's more dandruff. And when, like, not to out myself or anything, but like when I don't shower for like 3 days, there's no dandruff. There's like there's not no dandruff, but there's like a lot less, and that makes me wonder um, what the deal with that is. What the deal with airline food is. Big soap. I don't know why I find that phrase funny. Um, I love taking pills. Not in real life though. I'm actually like, is anyone else like I'm not like a conspiracy nut or anything, but I just don't like taking shit like Tylenol, um, or anything even like that, you know? I just like I don't know. I just don't feel good about it. Like I only ever take a Tylenol if I'm like dying, you know? And that is very rare. Eh, did did I did I crash? Oh! Uh-oh, stinky. Um, all right, we're back. We are back. Uh, yeah. Um, you know, hey, just to get the word out there, uh, if you still eat dairy, don't do that. Uh, except I still occasionally partake. Honestly, though, you know, almond milk, it's kind of like not very good, but I can at least feel good about drinking it. Except I can't. You know, there's probably horrible things in it that I just don't know about. I feel like I feel like a frog in a swamp, but the swamp is made of like salt water when I'm a freshwater frog, and I'm not really sure like what is what is to be done, you know? Like what it's an everlasting struggle knowing what to eat, uh what to what to eat, you know? Because like if I eat unhealthily, it's not like I can even necessarily immediately tell that like it's doing anything to my body that's bad, but it's like but like I'm still worried about it, and that gets me all confused, you know? Um, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes sometimes I just tell people I'm lactose intolerant because I don't want to explain that I don't eat dairy for like conspiracy reasons. Um, because like, if they're like, "Oh, you're lactose intolerant," because like that's funny. And if you are lactose intolerant, that's lame as fuck. But, it's just an easier explanation. Ooh, should I take this? I shouldn't, but I am going to. You need as many buddies as you can get, man. Yeah, gotta gotta maintain buddies. Ooh, I can't resist that. Uh, yeah, I know a lot of lactose intolerant people that just eat it anyway, like because it just makes you have to like shit real bad, right? Or it makes you constipated. Um, I mean that's fine, you know. And like the more if you are lactose intolerant, the more you eat it, the more immunity you get. Um, like you can become immune to it if you're not like completely lactose intolerant. Because if you have a little bit, your body can build the lactase back up. Um, yeah, I wouldn't do that just because like I don't I'm not that hooked on dairy to like you know go through any amount of tribulation just to have it. But um, you can totally do it. You can totally try it. Um, yeah, yeah. They add poop from other people to get more lactose tolerance. That's really funny. Um, like I'm all for experimentation. If you think it's gonna help, do some weird shit, you know? I'm all for it. Hmm. Yeah. Wait, I forgot. Was I gonna ask another question? I forgot already. Yeah, yeah. I'm the I'm the I'm the baking of Pisic right now. I don't like this boss. I really don't. Cows that have windows in their stomachs? What would be the purpose of that? Okay, the real reason that you shouldn't have dairy is it like messes with your hormones or whatever. And if you're all right with that, then by all means keep drinking. Um, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I just kind of yeah, I just gotta like remember when everyone was worried about like soy, and then it turns out it was just like plant estrogens or whatever, and it doesn't actually do anything. But then like milk has like actual estrogen in it, and like nobody cares. I don't know. Just an interesting thought. I'm not like super worried about the hormone. I think there's other problems with it too. Like being able to drink milk is like it's a mutation. It literally is. Like if you're able to drink milk, you're technically a mutant um within the scope of the last like couple thousand years. Cuz like people used to there used to be no one who could drink milk. And then some people they kept touching cows and they kept drinking the milk cuz they had nothing else. And eventually they were able to. But yeah, like it's kind of a it's like I remember I had this one book as a child with it was like Sesame Street, and they were talking about sometimes foods. I love that fucking book. Um, I think dairy is a sometimes food that we treat like an always food. Um, yeah, I don't know. Ooh, oh wait, no, I can't use brimstone. Ooh, I think you can survive if you only use supplements, but like it's precarious. Like you need to like where do you get your calories from? I guess a calorie supplement, but like you know I feel like people demonize calories a lot when like you actually need a certain amount of them. You know, what's hilarious? Um, like on my Steam profile, I have like the rarest achievements thing, and like Dead God, which is probably the hardest one I have on there is like it's not even on the list because of just like random bullshit. Um, Honestly, I'm not even sure what calories are. Like they're like what is a calorie? Like it's a unit of like measurement. It's not actually like a thing. You can't hold a calorie. A calorie is like a liter. Um it's a matter of like, it's all the glucose and shit. It's a matter of how you use the calories. Well, okay, calories are as real as like inches are real. Like it certainly measures something. Um, but it is arbitrary. Like, and also calories is an abbreviation of kilocalories, which I think is fucking stupid because like so 1 calorie and 1,000 calories are called the same thing. It's like I don't even know what to think anymore. Am I eating 1,000? Well, okay. Like when something says it has 100 calories, it actually has 100,000 calories. It has 100 kilocalories, but they call it 100 calories because that sounds better, I guess. I don't know. I think in other countries they use kilocalories in the same way that we use calories. Um, and it's still confusing because I don't know. I don't know. I'm actually like, uh, I'm a hungry fella. I eat all the calories and I just shit them all out. I haven't I don't know. I'm like a zillion pounds underweight, but like I'm eating all the hungry boy food. It makes me wonder where it all goes. Like where like when you like exert calories, where do they go? Like do you like you don't shit them all out. Like the things you shit out are the not calories that you didn't use. Um I haven't played multiplayer Isaac yet because well, I actually haven't played since that update came out. Apart from this. Actually, I feel like I heard somewhere that the calorie goes like part of it is like carbon dioxide that you breathe out, but like I don't like what you I know that carbon dioxide is like a part of energy synthesis or whatever, but like how to I don't know. You just kind of breathe out the fat. Like how does that work? Because like not 100% of it is turned into carbon dioxide. I mean, that's not possible. Some of it's turned into water. I guess you sweat out the water, huh? Well, it turns out lots of like body stuff turns into either carbon dioxide or water. So I guess you just kind of like well, okay, the problem with like it turning into heat is heat isn't an object. Heat has no weight. Heat is just like shivering atoms making other atoms shiver instead of themselves, and that's the transference of heat. So like you can't like the heat is where the energy goes, but not the mass, I guess. It's a I don't know. Sometimes I sometimes I wonder like what's up with all these little transport proteins? Like what do they do all day? You know, are you because if you there are people that exist with only half their brain and they're like alive, and they're not like super different from how they were when they were with their whole brain. So like at that point, what are you? Are you? I mean, I guess you're not any one like core object, but you're the combat like your body is a team. You're working together with yourself, and if you lose a part, it makes it harder, but it's not any less you. It's not any less the team, I guess. Oh, all right. Wait. Oh, I forgot this was the. Oh yeah, I forgot what what save file this was. Oh hey, look, that's like the worst item. Sacrificial altar. That's like the worst item you can use for this challenge. I'll take this guy. Uh, ooh, I'm tempted to take this guy, but nah, it's Too risky. I'm certifiably gaming right now. Yep. I haven't lost even once. I'm so good. So good at this game. I'm sure some of you are aware of the Boltzmann brain. If you're not, it's the idea that you don't exist, but your brain does, and it's just floating in space and interpreting um, everything that you think is real. Which, like, it's one of those dumbass things where, like, there's no way you can prove that it's not true, but, like, it totally could be. And I don't really lose any I don't really lose any sleep over stuff like that. Like the Roko's basilisk. It's like whatever, man. Like if that is something that happens, it's like whatever, dude. Like me worrying about it's not gonna change whether or not it happens. The latest Kendrick album, honestly, I don't. My taste in music is like really dumb. Like, okay, so what I do is I don't look for new music. I just occasionally see something. Um, I just occasionally see shit on like my YouTube whatever page, and I just listen to like random EDM that random people make, I guess. What if two Boltzmann brains made out? Dude, that would be so hot. Yeah. Yo, anyone wanna Boltzmann their brain with me, man? Ooh. Ooh. Shiny. Treasure map. I do stay noited, that is true. I mean, I honestly don't listen to Death Grips that much. I like maybe three of their I like maybe like three or four of their songs that I occasionally listen to. Um, it's kind of one of those things where I like Death Grips as a concept, but I don't want to actively listen to their music like all the time because it's like it's good, but not for like casual consumption. I feel like that's the mistake a lot of people make with music is like it's it's not that it's like different music serves different purposes. Not all music needs to be something you can listen to every day. I don't think Death Grips is something you can listen to every day. um Certainly not, but that doesn't mean that it's bad. It's good for the sake of like certain circumstances, you know. I mean, yeah, I don't know how better to explain that. Like, so does that make me a fan? I don't know. I don't really see myself as a fan of anything, really. I don't, maybe I am and I just don't know it, but I don't, I don't get like the fan impulse, you know? I don't, I don't feel like I like any one thing enough to call myself a fan of it. Yeah, I guess I'm an enjoyer, not a fan. Because like I don't want to like something just for the sake of liking it. I want to like enjoy something in the moment and then I can forget about it later. Like I really liked I'm trying to think of an example of like because like I don't tell people that I watch anime because I don't know. I don't, but I do. Like I have seen individual anime, but I'm not like an anime fan, you know what I mean? I certainly wouldn't tell someone that I don't know that I like anime because that they're gonna make make some assumptions and maybe even some correct ones. But um, like I've liked individual shows that happened to be anime, but I don't. like I'm not a fan of it because it's that. I just, you know, I enjoy all sorts of things. Sometimes I accidentally use like a very online Gen Z slang, and it just I feel so bad about it, even though nobody cares. Like I care. I just like I don't like when I don't typically use a lot of Gen Z slang, but when I say like when I do it unironically, I'm like, oh God, I kind of like I I I just feel bad about it, even though I'm not hurting anyone. I feel gross because I feel like it's not me. I feel like it's not me speaking. It's like a programmed speech almost. I don't know. I don't know if anyone else feels that way. Hmm. I don't. I honestly don't even remember why I started why I started streaming and playing Isaac. I already forgot. Um, uh, I don't. Yeah, I don't. I don't remember. Um, what am I doing? What am I doing again? Does anyone else remember? The fruit question, right? The fruit. Um, yeah, I think I finished talking about fruit. Um, yeah, I guess I'm just gonna chill then. Just kind of hang out. Play some of Binding of Ballsack. There's someone that keeps asking me for nutsack support, and like I don't know how to tell them that I don't have it. Hmm. Ooh, glass cannon. Ooh. This is just this is an objectively easy challenge. Like what? Like you just have Epic Fetus? Okay. Oh right. I was gonna I think I've had my questions sufficiently answered. How about everyone else asks questions? Hold on, let me change the Q&A. I know I'm putting everyone on the spot like this. Very impolite behavior. Oh, sometimes I make a fucking inside joke, but it's like an inside joke between me and myself. Like nobody actually knows what I'm talking about, but it is funny. But like but I'm the only one that understands it. You know what I mean? Like I just made an inside joke, but like who is if there's an inside joke and that nobody to know it, is it even a joke at all? I mean, I found it funny. But it was just a regular sentence. I think that coffee is gross. And tea is also gross. Um, I feel like it only becomes not gross when you put enough random like shit in it to where it's not even the original thing anymore. The ship of Theseus. if you will. I've only had coffee once, and it was because I was horrifically constipated, and I like needed to shit real bad because it was hurting a lot. So I just like ate a bunch of mayonnaise and drank my first ever cup of coffee. Um, and yeah, it didn't taste particularly good, or bad. It was just whatever, you know? Not a fan. Not a fan. Also, I'm kind of a little bit of a hyperactive person, so like caffeine is not something I need. Um, and it affects me like a little too strongly, I would say. It doesn't it's not something I need. Hmm. Hmm. That was our table. It's broken. Oh, um, you know, whenever somebody asks me my favorite X piece of media, like movie, song, TV show, I don't have an answer, and I think that's because I'm trying to be honest. Like I kind of struggle with being so honest that I like don't have an answer for a lot of things because I'm worried about lying, even though nobody cares if I lie. They're actually okay with me lying, but I don't want to. You know, it makes me uncomfortable to lie, not for the sake of the person I'm lying to, but because it's like betraying the truth in a sense. So, like, my favorite movie, I don't have one. And I don't think I ever will, you know? I think that also goes back to me not like liking anything enough to consider it my favorite. To be honest, I don't even know if I have a top 10 or top 5 even. I could probably, you know, get one if I thought about it for long enough. But I usually have to think about it for long enough to where they don't like the conversation's moved on and like they don't care anymore. Yeah. Yeah, maybe like I don't know. I don't know. I honestly can't even think of any shows that I like right now. Or movies, I mean. Um I haven't I haven't really there's movies that I've like historically liked, like Wally and shit, but I don't know. Favorite question to answer? I hate answering questions actually. um, I don't know. I think my least favorite question is like why in just like the general sense. Um, Especially when I don't have a good answer, which most of the time I don't. Um, and I think that most other people also don't have good answers for the questions they're asked, but they just answer anyway because it's a social norm. But because I'm kind of oblivious to social norms sometimes, I I just don't answer. And sometimes that makes people take like sometimes people take that personally, but it's not like I would tell anyone else. So it's not I'm not telling you because you're you. It's because I don't like the question. Yeah, I don't this is why it was initially a Q and A where I ask you questions because I hate answering. I mean, I like answering questions sometimes for like the sake of communication for whatever, but I don't know. Sometimes I don't know. I'm a little hungry right now, actually. Yeah. I haven't had dinner yet. I'll have it in as soon as I stop streaming, I'll have dinner probably. Inspirations? Um Uh, I definitely have inspirations. I I'm not 100% sure who they are though. Probably a little Jack Stauber, a little yeah, I don't know. Cause I mean, the reason I started animation was kind of just on a whim. Well, 3D at least. I've always liked it. So I oh no, I mean it sounds stupid, but like my biggest inspiration was probably like fucking Wally or some shit. Um, at least if we're going like as far back as it goes far back, you know. You know, the characters they're usually a representation of something, although sometimes they're not. Sometimes they're just there to look funny. And I think, you know, I think that I think it should be normal to be a little funny guy, you know? Normalize being a little funny guy, you know? Ooh, I'm just a little boy. I'm really binding my Isaac right now. Ooh. You know, sometimes a creature exists like, and I can't like they don't stop existing until they're given physical form. Kind of like a kind of like a demon. But actually, I don't think that's a is that a thing that they do in like stories? Do they like they don't stop haunting you until you like let them into the earth or whatever? I don't know. But like I can't stop thinking about it until it's real. Although sometimes, and actually a lot of the time, um, my decisions when making characters are completely arbitrary. Like I'm not like doing anything on purpose. It's just kind of like I just do it, you know? It just happens. And then all of a sudden they're there, you know? I feel like that's one of the reasons I don't like answering questions is because oftentimes I just don't like I didn't have a rationale. It just happened, you know? I'm straight up gaming right now. Oopsie. You know what's hilarious though? If you just say something in a confident enough tone when somebody asks you a question, like first of all, if they're coming to you with a question, they probably assume that you know. Um, so that automatically gives you points. Um, but like you can just say shit that's not true and then they believe you because like you are the reputable source. Sometimes I do that on accident though. Because like sometimes I genuinely just think I know something. It's usually about like a schedule or something. Um, like oh when is the whatever due? And I just say like yeah it's due in a week, and then they just believe me. Or like I don't know, for some reason I get it in my head that like something's a group project when it's really not, and I tell everyone that it is, and they just believe me, and then when it's revealed that it's not, I'm a big liar. It's kind of funny, most of the time. I feel like I'm like dyslexic, but with like reality. It's not that I'm making things up, it's that I'm like rearranging the things that are real um into a way that isn't correct, but like all of the information came from somewhere. Um like it's not that it's not that like I it's not um that it's entirely true that or no, it's not that it's entirely untrue that the thing was due in a week. It's that the other thing that's completely unrelated is due in 2 weeks, and I switched the numbers around, you know? You know? You know? Uh, it's, it's an interesting thing. I don't think I ever really lie on purpose, though. Although that is what a liar would say. I don't really have anything to gain from it most of the time. Like, you know, the truth is usually the best answer. Unless it's with someone who's like really annoying and they're trying to hang out with you, then it's perfectly acceptable to lie because the right thing to do is to not lead them on. Actually, wait, no. Sometimes I say something fucking stupid and then I come up with a counter argument like right after I say it, and then I'm like angry with myself. No, you should tell them the truth. You should be so overly truthful that they never want to talk to you again, and then the problem's solved, you know? You should tell them, I think you're a stinky fucking poopy pants, and I never want to talk to you again. You know what I mean? That's what you should do. I think I'm the guard that always tells the truth, but like I explain it in such detail that it's confusing. Like you'll ask me something like I explain it in such detail that it sounds like a lie because of how specific I'm getting. But it is the truth. And sometimes you explain it so thoroughly that they end up absorbing less information than they would have otherwise because they're confused or they stop listening because the sentences were too long or the words you used were too big. You know? Um, yeah. Sometimes I use not necessarily big words, but words that are the correct words, but they're like not um like like somebody will ask me some shit about biology and then I say like something incredibly accurate, but it's going into way too much unnecessary detail. So it almost sounds like I'm making shit up, but it's entirely true. Hmm. Hmm. Um, yeah, yeah. Look at that. Look at that. I'm really binding my Isaac right now. Get out of here. Gambling is so awful. You should never ever gamble, guys. Never gamble. Instead, you should explode the owner of the casino and then take all the money for yourself. Um, you know, there's nothing in the Bible that says you can't um, explode casinos and then take all the money. It doesn't say anything like that. In fact, I don't think the word casino is used even once. If you were a game show, what would your game show be? Like, would you be a game show? Like, I don't think I would be a game show. No, I would be a game show. Although I would be more of like a challenge one, like Wipeout or something, or something something like that, where it's not like a questions kind of game show, but it's like more like a Nickelodeon one where it's like, oh, a slime, you know what I mean? Where like if you get shit wrong, or no, not if you get things wrong, but if you behave incorrectly, um, you get like stabbed. Um, like if you breathe too loudly, you immediately lose, and you also get covered in like bird shit. Um, and like there's like a word like out of all the words in the dictionary, you pick one, or I pick one, and you pick one you you pick one word. I pick one word in the dictionary, and you can't say it. And if you do, like nobody knows what it is, but if you do say it, um, you're tarred and feathered and publicly executed. What's the game? What is the objective in sobbing in the corner post? Well, actually, if you just don't talk in my game show, then you win. But like that's not one of the rules, so nobody will necessarily think to do that. But that is certainly a strategy. Like, just don't say anything, and then you win. You know? I think yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, if you say the word while that's actually pretty creative. Like if you have to find out what it is, but you can't say it. So you have to be like very um perspicuous with it. You have to make up words like perspicuous. Um yeah. Perspicuitous. Most indeedly. All right, that's gaming. Um, you know, I don't even remember what I'm doing, so I think I'm just I think I'm just gonna end the stream. Uh, yeah. So if you have any last burning questions, ask it now. Otherwise, forever hold your peas, because I gotta go eat dinner. Is that an orange? Orange emoji? Yeah, I can do more streams eventually. I'm just kind of like goobing around right now. I don't even remember why I started streaming. Um, I think I just had a spur of the moment. Can I swim? I think so, but not. I can swim for a long time, but not very fast. And also like not very far. Like I won't get very far, but I can do it for a while. Your name is literally Ask? Damn, I gotta ask you a question then, huh? Um, I don't have, I don't have a question. That's game over right there. Yeah, I think I'm a bit of like top 10 hungriest boys of all time. I'm just a hungry little boy, so I think I'm gonna go eat dinner, and end the stream.